This is the moment you've waited for.
6PR is giving you the chance to meet Hugh Jackman. Listen out for your cue to call. Answer the question correctly, and you'll be in the draw to win a meet and greet experience, including 2 VIP tickets to the man, the music, the show, and entry to the exclusive cocktail reception. 6PR, getting you close to the stars. Thanks to Now Living, move-in ready homes, including land from 269K. BC 6415.
On 882 6PR, this is Perth Tonight with Chris Ilsley.
Time to have a chat to Ben Aylett. BenAylett.com is the website, and he's identifiable, like I said, by his Hawaiian shirt, which is rather bright yellow. G'day, mate.
G'day, buddy. How you going?
All right, what's happening?
Oh, look, all the things in technology. We've got all sorts of stuff to talk about tonight. Yeah.
You always get excited about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, some days more than others, mainly because, well, this week we've got news of a new toy that I'm probably going to buy because it's super cheap and it's really cool.
You were going to buy them anyway, weren't you?
Well, I mean, it helps when it's cheap. It makes it easier for me to justify and get it past the missus, which is a common struggle for most tech guys.
Yeah.
The married ones and the ones that have got a significant other to consider. Yes. So look, let's just kick right into it. There is a mini computer, like tiny computer, about the size of a credit card, called the Raspberry Pi. It costs $35 in the United States, and that's the base version, and so that translates to about
What size did you say this is?
It's about the size of a credit card. It is tiny, and everything's sitting on this card.
So therefore, are you talking about the fact that if you wanted to use it as a PC, you'd plug your computer screen and all that sort of stuff in it, or
Exactly. Yeah.
But of course, it would all be done wirelessly.
No, it does have ports and things. So
And it's about the size of it's a box about the size of a credit card.
yeah, so if
You
you
literally just sit it in the corner.
you could, yeah. So you can. I've seen people stick these to the back of computers, not to the back of computers, to the back of screens. So the old Raspberry Pi, so the Raspberry Pi 3, it was enough to run like a desktop operating system. It could run Windows, but it ran a version of Linux better. And so for something that is so cheap and so small, it was actually a very, very cost-effective way to learn how to use Linux and learn how to program and code and mess with things. People made arcade machines out of them. They make great little media players. And it's just a good way to get your hands dirty and start messing with stuff. Now, the new one is faster. It comes with 3 different memory options. The old one, the version 3, only came with 1 memory option. So you can now get a Raspberry Pi 4 that has up to 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is heaps compared to most other card-based computers. It's got a faster CPU and GPU, and it has got very, very fast Ethernet. It also packs Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 2 mini HDMI outputs. So you can have 2 screens running off this one itty-bitty computer. And it's really cool.
Is this effectively the PC of the future?
Some people are using them as desktops. You have to be comfortable with using Linux. Okay, so some people might struggle with it, but
So what does that mean? You can't use Windows, for example?
I'm not too sure. I think you can use Windows or a version of Windows 10 that's been sort of cut down so it will run on this. But we are talking, it's a different processor. So to get the most out of it, you use Linux.
Is this setting a trend going forward, though, do you think? Can you see a time when, in fact, because portability seems to be such a big issue,
Yeah.
your conventional PC with a box we know is on the way out? People prefer their laptops and tablets.
Okay. The people
So therefore,
Yep.
is this perhaps going to be the PC answer to the laptop and tablet?
Well,
Possibly something
not
different,
quite.
kind of, sort of, but not.
yeah. The people who have the big boxes on their desks, and I'm one of them, they have that for a specific reason.
Yep.
It's because they want to get a certain amount of performance out of a certain build. So these are purpose-built PCs, whether that purpose is working with CAD or architectural software or playing games, which is one of the biggest reasons why people build their own PCs.
Yep.
If they want to make a specialist rig for audio or video editing, That's when they start doing that sort of thing. So your non-generic stuff
Yep.
is typically why you build a PC. This is more for the tinkerers or the makers of the community.
Gotcha.
So
Yep.
this not only will run a decent desktop operating system known as Raspbian, it's also got all these little pins and all these outputs and inputs on it as well. So it's kind of like high-tech Lego. You can learn how to make things. So you can use it to control devices around the home. You can use it to read things around the home or the business. It is a very powerful platform for developing your own technology and especially IoT, which is the Internet of Things. So this will quite happily jump on the network and talk to the network, and it'll start feeding information up to whatever service you decide.
Oh, gee, the 5G bloody tinfoil hat brigade will be going nuts at you saying that now. You said the IoT, Internet of Things.
Well, look,
Oh, my goodness me. As sacrilege. You will be burnt at the stake.
yeah. Well, look, if the 5G people are getting upset about the words IoT and 5G, I mean, as per usual, they're misinformed and confused.
Mate, there's another fellow called Ian. Right? Ian's a moron.
Right.
He doesn't realise he's a moron, but he is a moron.
Okay.
All right, don't be like Ian, by the way. You want to see some of the stuff he's written? I have to
really?
send you. Oh, mate, on 5G, I'll have to send you.
Okay.
Trouble is, I'm having to get it through my non-deplume because he blocked me. He got really upset because I started answering some of the things he said.
Oh,
Mind you, perhaps starting off by saying you are a moron. I realise you don't realise this, but I'm telling you are a moron. Maybe that wasn't the best way to open the.
It's not a good opener, yeah.
To open
No.
the conversation between he and I. However,
Yes.
not only that, I found it most interesting to have a look at some of the comments by some of the other people
Yeah.
on his page, mate, to suggest there are some seriously loose units running around.
Wow.
Oh, mate.
Okay.
Look at that. G'day, Norman.
I'm happy with Telstra 5G.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
just want to know when 6G will come along. It's another year away, 6G.
Mate, you're getting way ahead of yourself here, Norman.
Yeah.
We've only just got 5G, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm being.
Yeah. 6G.
But what's the ITO is about? IoT you were talking about.
Oh, okay. IoT stands for Internet of Things. And this is a really broad subject that applies to everything that is not a computer or basically anything that's not a computer. If it's not a computer, it's a thing. It's an other thing. So that will include your set-top boxes, your routers, your Wi-Fi adapter and Wi-Fi routers as well, and little sensors that you might have in certain devices. Even cars could be kind of classified. Some cars could be classified as things in the Internet of Things because they have sensors and things that talk back to a service.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What about the gym treadmill? Is that a gym treadmill? Can you use it? Can you take it on a gym treadmill?
On a
Can you use
treadmill?
your iPhone? Can you use your iPhone 6 when you're on a treadmill at the gym?
Can you use your iPhone 6 when you're on the treadmill at the gym? Are you talking about being...
TV.
Norman, slow down here a minute, mate, because we need to be able to
You're losing
understand
me,
what you're
mate,
saying to us.
It's got a big screen, straight screen.
Norm, I said, slow down. Listen to me.
I am. I'm
Okay,
excited about
speak,
new gym equipment.
Norman, speak very slowly because we need to understand what you're saying. Now, what was your question about the gym? Say it slowly.
It's a treadmill with a new flat screen,
Yeah.
and I wonder if I could put my phone on it. Can use my phone when I'm on it.
So,
Okay,
you,
so
so you
there's
want your phone to talk to the flat screen or to appear on that flat screen? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, when I'm on the treadmill.
I would say probably not. The gym wouldn't like that, would they?
Yeah, I'd say it would be possible with some models, but I would say the ones in the gymnasium probably wouldn't have that feature because that's a feature that will cost extra money. And I'd say since most gyms would be looking just to get a good treadmill in there and not worry about all the extra bells and whistles, I'd say to be a feature that would be left out.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Norman. By the way, if you'd like to have a chat to Ben Aylett, you can give him a buzz at 922 11882. Of course, Ben is from benaylett.com. What do we say? 1 L, 2 T's in Aylett. benaylett.com is the website. That's where you'll also find all of his contact information. However, if you want to shoot the breeze with him right now, got some questions, or if you're looking at something going, yeah, What's this all about? At 92211 882, the number.
The morning program.
The Industrial Relations Minister's Bill Johnston, you're offering a new public holiday, leave for paid union meetings. Why?
With Gareth Parker.
Because we believe they're reasonable. They're not unusual arrangements. These are the same types of arrangements that happen in the private sector in similar occupation. Public servants work hard. Remember, without the public service, Western Australia could not function.
Mornings with Gareth Parker. Tomorrow from 8:30 on 882 6PR. Or catch up now at 6pr.com.au.
The big one is back at Nissan with one great finance rate and zero deposit on selected Nissan models. Plus, get a 5-year warranty. Nissan. Innovation that excites. Approved private and ABN buys only. T's and C's apply.
It's almost end of financial year, or as we like to say at Officeworks, EFE. Which means EFE thing you buy at Officeworks could be tax deductible. That's EFE laptop, EFE pack of copy paper, EFE printer, EFE tablet, EFE exhibition banner, even EFE new chair or desk. EFE thing you buy for work could be tax deductible. So make the most of it by shopping in store or online today. Officeworks, helping you make bigger things happen.
When things get scary, my little boy calls it hiding in the jungle. I call it having nowhere safe to sleep.
You can give hope where it's needed most. Donate now at salvationarmy.org.au.
You know what's smart? Getting a notification if you've left the garage door open. Starting the aircon before you get home. Or switching on the lights from the driveway. My Place by Advantage Air turns ordinary products into smart products, and it's standard with My Homes WA. Visit the new My Homes WA display in Averley or go to advantageair.com.au for more. Adding value to your new home? Smart.
Do you own a medical alarm that relies on a landline connection? Do you know that once NBN is connected, you may not be able to make an emergency call if there's a power failure? Here's some good news. You may be able to upgrade your system to the latest Care Alert Smart Dialer for just $99. That's a saving of over 70%. It's all thanks to the NBN Unmonitored Medical Alarm Upgrade offer. For more info on how to upgrade for just $99, go to carealert.com.au or call 1300 75 85 95.
6PR and Helium Marketing are giving you the chance to win a quality website built in just one day, valued at $3,500. Setting up an original, stunning, high-quality website for your business is sometimes too difficult. Not with Helium Marketing. For your chance to win, visit 6pr.com.au and register your business now. Plus, all entries will go into the daily draw to receive a business card package. Thanks to Helium Marketing, a brand new website in just one day.
Until midnight, this is Perth Tonight with Chris Ilsley on 882 6PR.
Ben Aylett's with us. G'day, Ben.
G'day, Chris.
And speaking of Ben, here's Ben.
Oh.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good,
I'm just giving you a call. I run Outlook on several different computers.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to synchronise all the Outlooks? Outlooks? Because each one sort of is individual, and if I delete an email on one, it doesn't delete it on the next one.
Yeah.
So is it possible to synchronise all the Outlooks?
It sure is, and it's using a protocol called IMAP. So what you've done, you've gone and set up all of your different Outlook installations with what's known as the POP3 protocol. So the way POP3 works is that it goes to the mail server, says, have you got any new email for me? The mail server says, yes, here it is. And then your computer says, great, download it, give it to me. And then the server sends it down, and then your computer says, great, I've got it, you can delete what you've got. And that's why you don't have the changes across all the others, because your next computer then goes along and says, Outlook to the server, do you have any mail? And the server goes, no, don't have any mail. Oh, I've got a new one that's just come in. But everything's been missed. So what you've got to do, you've got to go back. It's probably a good idea to export or archive or save your existing emails, because you don't want them going anywhere. And then you create a new profile or a new account. And using the same username, password, and mail server settings, you then set up what's known as an IMAP account. That's IMAP, not POP3. You do that, and you'll have them synchronized across all your devices.
No problem. Okay. I appreciate your time. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
Problem solved.
Pleasure. You made that sound real simple.
It is. It is. Sometimes it is really that simple just to fix a problem.
Yeah.
It's just a simple configuration thing.
See, I guess sometimes we're also looking for stuff that is too complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes the rule is keep it simple, and when we do that, things get a whole lot easier.
Yes.
Hi, Rosa.
Oh, gee, that was quick.
Well, we could put you on hold with our very special voice announcement. Your call is important to us. We will get back to you next week.
Hi, Chris and Ben.
How are you, Rosa?
There you go. She's not having any of your business, is she?
Don't blame her.
I didn't know if you could answer my question. I wanted to know if which is the best laptop, Windows or Apple, and Kira said you might be able to give me some hints.
Ooh, okay. So this is the age-old, I suppose, tribal thing that's been going on for ages since Apple started becoming popular. Which is better, Windows or Apple, or Mac OS? It's a tricky one. What smartphone do you have? Do you have a smartphone?
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't have any? Okay. Have you used computers before?
No.
No? So this will be your first computer. Yeah, okay. So you've really got no experience. You're a blank slate, we might say. Okay. You probably could go with either. They're both very easy to use. I find, though, that a lot of people, when they're going into computers for the first time, they actually manage to do quite well using Apple. So I would say first-time users, people who are scared of computers and probably don't have much experience, I mean, both will work, but I'd say Apple out of the two might be just a little bit better. You do pay some extra for it because Apple is expensive traditionally for what you're getting. So if you're on a budget, definitely go for a Windows laptop. Don't bother going for the really, really cheap ones because at the end of the day, you'll find yourself with a laptop that doesn't perform as well as it should. Spend around about $1,000 to $1,500 on a Windows laptop and then whatever you can afford for an Apple.
My son would use it, and he's had a lot of to do with them. I think he's got Windows, I think.
Okay. So this is another thing I should have asked. What are the people around you using? If they're using Windows, I would go for Windows. If they're using Apple, definitely go for Apple. The reason why is that when you do have questions, you can ask the questions of the people around you who know what you're using. So it's going to make support after the sale a little easier.
Does that help you at all, Rosa?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
Fantastic. That was a good question, Rosa.
mate.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's a tough one too sometimes.
It is. And often the good questions are the tough ones.
Make a decision. Hey, isn't it funny, around about the time that looks like they're going to have to take a swipe at Telstra for signing people up to plans they arguably couldn't afford, is also the time Telstra says it's going to do away with a whole pile of plans. I wonder, are the two linked, or are we just reading something into what are two separate things here, do you think?
Looking at what they've done, so the whole story is Telstra used to have 1,800 different plans based on the sort of application and the business and if it was personal and what size of the data you wanted and what speed you wanted. 1,800 different products to choose from. And
How did they create that many?
I have no idea. Obviously, this is one thing where they've had one product and then they've had another product, and it was supposed to replace it, but they couldn't replace it because there were people already on the old product. And so there's a lot.
Can't you replace it just by not selling any examples of the old product and let it fade to black, so to speak?
Yes, but then we've got all the people who we say have been grandfathered into a plan. They've had this plan for a decade and they haven't changed because they don't want to change. And so this is probably one of the factors that's created this 1,800 plans. But what Telstra has done, and I don't think this is related, this is not something you can do overnight. They've gone and taken these 1,800 plans and they've slashed it down to 20 plans. And it is like a flat thing across the board. So whether you're business or you like a small home or whatever, I mean, the plans now are just simply laid out. And it's just brilliant. I'm really quite pleased to see Telstra do this. This is, I think, in response to one of the other smaller telcos have done a similar thing. And this could mean big changes for the telecommunications industry as a whole, as well as lots of other competitors look at what Telstra's doing and are saying, we should be doing something simple as well.
Do these plans that they have, do they make sense? Are they good for consumers?
They do look pretty good. So we can start off with, say, a mobile plan for a consumer or business. So it doesn't matter if you're a business or an end like a home user. If you want a mobile phone, you can get a small mobile plan, which is $50 a month, and that's 15 gig, plus all your free calls and things that go with it and your free text. If you want to go...
So what's that plan again? I just want to make sure I heard correctly.
Yeah, $50 a month.
Yep.
15 gigabytes.
Okay, what sort of phone are you going to get for that?
Well, you can get a payment plan on top of that. So you can say, but that's the basic data plan. So that's the actual service. You can bring your own phone and you can buy the SIM and pop a SIM into your phone and away you go. So a lot of people who are not looking to upgrade all the time, this is a bonus too. But then you can get 24 or 36-month plans to pay off a phone. So you can say, I want to grab the brand new Galaxy S10e. And
but why would you want to pay off a phone
months.
When it's going to be outdated in a few months' time? Isn't one of or hasn't in the past one of the great attractions of plans been the ease with which you can upgrade without actually having to physically put your hand in the pocket?
Yeah, true. And that's why they've still got the 24-month and the 36-month payment plans. So you can get that new phone. And let's face it, the payment plans have always been 2 years. So it's always been a 24-month plan. So you usually buy a phone, you hang on to it for 2 years. When the 2 years is up, then you can start looking at renewing and getting another phone. I don't know many people, apart from product reviewers, who have more than one phone a year.
So, you wouldn't want. Yeah. Surely you wouldn't want to go. Mind you, there might be somebody who has to keep up with all the trends. So if there's more than one phone released a year, they might want it.
Yeah, I do know a few people who are usually rocking at least 2 phones at any one time.
Too hard.
I know it's hard.
It's like being a juggler. It's just too hard.
It's exactly like being a juggler, but it's a part of their job when they've got to use these phones, get them in the field, and then write about them or give a report about them. Then,
those people. I suppose people who you might describe as critics or road testers, that's one thing, but blimey.
But I don't know many other people that would voluntarily have more than one phone.
No, I think you're probably right. By the way, if you'd like to have a chat to Ben, give us a buzz, 922 118 882. Of course, Ben Aylett from benaylett.com. 1L, 2 T's in Aylett. That's also where you'll find all of his contact info.
Do you have something happening in your community?
The local school fete, a community concert, a fundraising quiz night, or perhaps your sports club needs a helping hand.
Promote it on the 6PR Community Bulletin Board. Proudly brought to you by Hyundai.
No matter how big or small your event, make sure it's on the 6PR Community Bulletin Board, a free service for non-profit groups where you live.
Email details to community@6pr.com.au. Proudly brought to you by Hyundai. All day, every day, WA.
If you've had a gout attack in the last 12 months, you might be interested in a University of New South Wales research study to test a new mobile app for people with gout. For details, Google My Gout App or visit mygoutapp.com.
If you're worried about ageing, there's a clinic you should know about. They won't remove grey hairs or wrinkles, but the experts at your local Audica clinic may help you to hear younger. Yes, Western Hearing Services has joined 3 other trusted brands to become Audica. With locations from Albany to Broome, chances are there's a clinic near you. So if you're 26 or older, you can get a free hearing check at your local Audica clinic, offering you the chance to enjoy sounds, conversations, even music that you might not know you've been missing. So hear the way you're meant to. For your free hearing check, just call 1800 133 987 and mention this ad. Or book online at Audica. That's audika.com.au.
When buying a pre-owned vehicle, you want choice. Well, at Scarborough Toyota, they have over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. You'll also be impressed with our Toyota certified pre-owned vehicles with a full service history, 90-point safety inspection check, and 1-year roadside assistance, so you know what you're getting. For top dollar trade-ins and same-day finance approval for approved customers, get into Scarborough Toyota now, just next to Glendalough train station, Osborne Park.
DL1761. Conditions apply.
Right this very moment.
kids are doing tricks.
Next to Glendalough train station, Osborne Park.
DL1761. Conditions apply. Right this very dancing's about to heat up at Perth Tango Club. All thanks to you. By simply playing, you are giving, making an already great state greater. Lottery West, for your dream state. Play responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. 6PR is giving you the chance to meet Hugh Jackman. Listen out for your cue to call. Answer the question correctly, and you'll be in the draw to win a meet and greet experience, including 2 VIP tickets to the man, the music, the show, and entry to the exclusive cocktail reception. 6PR, getting you close to the stars. Thanks to Now Living, move-in ready homes including land from 269K. BC 6415.
This is Perth Tonight with Chris Ilsley on 882 6PR.
Indeed, Ben Aylett's here from benaylett.com. You can jump on the website, 1L2T's in Aylett, and also find all of his contact information.
That's right.
G'day, Roy.
Hello, Ben.
Yes, Roy.
I have had smartphones since I first started. I started off with an iPhone and I've sold terrible the early models, particularly the batteries. So I went to move to Android and I've currently got a Sony top of the line. But the problem I've got is that all my other family have iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about maybe changing over.
Yep.
Could you suggest, I'm 79, so I want a reasonably big screen, but I'm also worried about the battery life.
Right.
A lot of people have complained about the iPhones being chewing through batteries. Can you advise me of which model would be best maybe to buy?
What, the best model iPhone to go for?
Yes. Yeah, with the best.
The other thing is Roy wants something that won't chew through batteries. You know what I've found? Saves you a heap when it comes to chewing through batteries. Don't leave data roaming turned on.
Well, yeah, it really does come down
data
to
roaming chews
how you use it,
batteries without mercy, and the same applies with Wi-Fi. And the number of people who run around with the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth and the data roaming on permanently.
I don't use it for very much else. It's mainly making calls, of course, and receiving calls, and text messages that ones that come through from other people. And the only other thing is that one where you can. I've got a son who lives in Singapore, so I'll contact him on that one where you can make the phone calls for free or the text messages.
All right.
So don't really chew up batteries, but I don't have a landline anymore. So I want the phone to be available.
Yes.
So I don't turn it off.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so looking at the most recent models, we've got the iPhone XS, the XS Max, and the iPhone XR, otherwise known as the XS Max and the XS. I'm looking at the talk time that they're claiming, and we see the XS or the XS Max has got 25 hours talk time, which is not too bad, and the XR or the XR is 25 hours as well, and the XS or the XS is 20 hours. So it's a choice between the XR or the XS Max. If we were to look at other factors here, so the XR...
Screen size is a factor for Roy. He's already mentioned that. He wants a bigger screen size.
Well, then that would mean... okay, yes. So the XS Max is 6.5 inches, and that's the largest of the phone screens. The second one is the XR, and that's 6.1 inches, which is still heaps. The cameras are fantastic.
6.5 inches he wants. Wants the biggest he can get.
Yep. Well, then it'd be the XS Max. Be prepared. It's not going to be cheap because it's the one with the biggest display, and it's an iPhone.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost
not going to be cheap. Although you might be able to get a reasonable one on a plan.
On a plan, yes, you can do that as well. And, and if you're a Telstra customer, you could find yourself a pretty decent plan.
Yeah, go and have a chat. Good on you, Roy.
To your Telstra people,
and they'll help you out. Thanks for that, Roy.
Thank you.
Hi, Norma.
G'day, Chris.
And then last Christmas, I was sort of told to bypass NBN because I didn't need that, and I've always had a mobile for about 20 years. I've gone with Optus over the years, find them pretty good. And anyway, they told me to get a tablet, this Samsung tablet.
Oh, okay, yep.
Which I did, and I've got the phone, the Optus line on there, $40 a month.
Yep.
I can have untold free calls or everything.
Yep.
I can go on Facebook, I can go on internet, I can go on just about everything you want.
Very cool.
On my Samsung tablet.
Yep.
The only trouble is when you've got to carry it around your neck sort of thing, and it's a bit cumbersome. But other than that, I just find it so handy. I can do everything on it.
Oh, yeah.
They're really good. Thank you very much for that, Norma. They're really good, those tablets, aren't they?
Oh, look, any tablet, it's an interesting form factor that we've picked up since the iPad, and it's really just gone places. It's just one of those solid devices.
Good idea.
It just
worked.
Does well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks very much for that, Norma. Hey, you sent us a note here. Somebody very, I would suggest, unwisely has tried to scam you with a fake Australian Tax Office refund notification.
Yeah, I got one. Someone sent me an email.
He got one.
I got one. So this email comes from admin@fundsplanner.com.
Right.
And it reads, after the recent calculation of your fiscal activity, we have determined that you are eligible to continue the refund.
Oh, don't you love it when people use Google Translate from another language? Anyway, carry on.
To receive your refund, please follow next step. Okay, typo. Save the attached
steps, by the way, spelled SETPS.
Yeah. Save the attached refund from your desktop, laptop, PC, and open it.
Yeah. And have you also noticed something else? Obviously, you can't see on the radio, but the spacing between some of the words is, how could I put it, just a tad excessive.
It's atrocious.
Yes.
Yeah. And then complete the form accurately and avoid delays in processing your refund. Your refund will be processed within 28 days after you submit the form, which is spelt correctly, which is great.
Yeah, I know.
Love and kisses from Elizabeth Lewis of the ATO Tax Refund Department, Messenger ID, yada, 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 yada. And they forgot to include the attachment. So they really screwed the pooch on this one. But
this, I've got to say, as scam letters go, is really bad.
It's
some of them are close to the point that they can be worrying.
Yes.
This one is really bad. The spacing is uneven between all the different lines.
Yeah.
We do have double spacing between some words.
Yep.
And let's put it this way. The whole Google Translate thing, look, to be honest, with our due respect to our friends at Google, it's just not quite cutting the mustard.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if they had done this right, if I had been sucked into this, I would have got about as far as opening the attachment, because I am sure that attachment would have been ransomware.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, ransomware, if people who are not familiar with it, ransomware is a program that once I activate it, it will lie dormant in the system, maybe for a little while, and then it'll start going through all of my files, all of my Word documents, my Excel spreadsheets, my pictures, my videos, and it will scramble them and then send off an encryption key to the server, and it will essentially lock me out of all my files until I send money to the bad guys who send me a decryption key.
Yep. And the trouble is they keep doing it. Bottom line, if you ever receive any one of these, they're not. And by the way, even now, the tax office still will not send you stuff.
Yep.
They'll send you an email to say you have log on to your MyGov account, go to ATO.
Yep.
We have got something for you, but they will not send you emails like this. Mate, we're out of time.
Again,
we'll shoot the breeze next week. By the way, benaylett.com is the website. That's where you'll find all the contact info.
Jill, I need your help. My sister has chosen just one aged care home for Mum at Murdoch,